Hey everyone, so this is my second proper video and also my second fall look as well. It's a nice green, sage green ombre with a very extreme cat eye crease. Nice and dramatic, kind of reminds me of a leaf for some reason, so perfect for fall. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing in this video. If you want to see how I did it, keep on watching. Alrighty, so I'm starting off this look with the Urban Decay primer potion this time, again to prime the eye from the lower lash line all over the lid and up to the eyebrow. Again, just to help the colours last. Eyeshadows never really last on me without an eyeshadow primer, so I always have this step in here. I'm then taking this sleek Del Mar palette and I'm taking the colour Talamanca, I think it's that colour, the brown in the palette basically, and I'm using that on a big fluffy brush, and I'm just using this to define my crease because the dramatic wing we're going to do, I may lose some shape on the actual socket line. Next I'm taking Inglot's Rainbow Eyeshadow in 221 on a Real Techniques. It's a little angle brush, I can't remember the name of it though. And I'm taking the darkest shade out of those three colours, and I'm using this to map out the general shape that I want. So just going from the outer half of my lower lash line below my lash line though, so not into the lashes, I'm going just underneath that to leave space for the colours that we're going to put in, extending it out into a wing shape, and then I'm going into my crease and just right above when my eyes are open, right above where my eye rests is where I'm going to draw the shape in, and then I'm going to connect that in a wing shape to the line that's extending outwards. Then I'm taking NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I'm going to be using that as my base for the colours on the lid to help the colours just stand out that little bit more. And I'm just applying that all over the lid and in the entire area inside that wing shape that we drew in. I also brought it along my lower lash line as well, and then I'm just using my finger to smooth out the base to make sure the eyeshadows go on nice and clear as well. I'm then going back into the Rainbow 121 shade by Inglot. This is going to be the star of this YouTube tutorial pretty much. And I'm taking the lightest shade in that, which is like a really nice yellowy green sort of shade. And I'm taking that on a flat brush and I'm packing that on the inner third of the lid. I'm just staring at something for some reason. And then on a small little brush, I'm bringing that on the inner third of the lower lash line as well. Then I'm taking the middle shade in that same trio of colours on the same brush, and I'm patting that on the centre of the lid, and I'm going to overlap that with the first yellowy green colour that I used, just to help them blend, and sort of wiggling my brush as I do this to help blend where the two colours meet. And then I'm flipping my brush over to the other side so that way it will give me more of the lighter shade, and then going back into this middle shade. And again, I'm running that along the centre of the lower lash line. I'm then on a flat brush taking the darkest shade again out of this little trio. And I'm patting this on the rest of the bare space of that wing shape, so along the lid and right out to where I've drawn in the wing shape. I will be darkening that outer corner in a second, but this is just to get the general colour down for now. I'm taking the same shade again on a small little stubby brush, and I'm applying that along the lower lash line, and I'm also used that to get right out to the point of that wing so I didn't go too far outside the line. I'm then going into Inglot's matte eyeshadow in 340, and this is a really deep tealy green sort of shade, and I'm using actually a nail art brush for this because it's super fine and skinny, and I'm using this basically drawing in the shape of the wing again just to give a bit more darkness, and then I will go in and feather that colour down into the green that's down as the base colour. This just give a bit more dimension to the look. I'm taking the Collection Cosmetics Lasting Perfection Concealer, which is one of my favourites, in the shade Fair, and I'm using that to tidy up along the very edges on a very small little lip brush to get a really nice sharp line. And I'm using that to tidy up under the eyes as well and brighten up under the eyes. Next, I'm taking MAC's eyeshadow in Ricepaper. This is like a cream sort of shade, like a buttery kind of colour with a very soft sheen to it, and I'm taking that on a small brush and applying that on the inner tear duct area to give a little bit more of a highlight in there. And I'm taking MAC's eyeshadow in, let me just check the colour, Blanc Type. Sorry, I have it written down somewhere else here. And I'm using, that's a matte shade as well, and I'm using that to highlight my brow bone as well. Next, I'm taking MAC's Brushstroke liner in Brushblack. This is one of those calligraphy style pens, so they never dry out. And I have become so obsessed with this recently. And for this look, it's perfect because you can get super fine lines without having to apply too much pressure. You can go as light as possible and still get a really nice solid line. And I'm using that right now just to line my upper lash line and slightly wing it out. I also made a little point on the inner tear duct area as well. But right now the mirror is in the way. There you go. I made a little mistake there, but that is easily tidied up with some concealer later on. I am just going along the very edge of the whole wing shape of the eye, using the very tip of that pen. So I'm not putting any pressure on it really, just the very tip of it to get the finest line I can. This was a very stressful part of the look. I'm just checking back and forth to make sure that they look sort of similar. And I'd say this is probably the most stressful part, is trying to get in the crease area, because the crease is not a flat area. It's usually curved at some point. So again, just using the very tip of the brush to draw in that shape and bringing it out to meet the wing. On my waterline, I'm just taking a black pencil. I can't remember which one. I think this was a Clinique one that I used, but I don't think I filmed it for some reason. It was just a black pencil, something really nice and soft and creamy. And then back in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I do like to use the same mascara for 3 to 6 months, the usual lifespan of a mascara. And I am applying that on my top and bottom lashes to give us really nice fluffy lashes. Just checking to make sure I'm recording there. I did pop on some lashes after applying the mascara, but now on to the rest of the face. This is Benefit's Dallas Bronzer. Most people use it as a blush, but on me it's definitely a bronzer. It's way too brown to be anything else on me. But it does warm up my skin really nicely, and I'm using that in the hollows of my cheeks. Just going really light with it as well, because it can get quite warm on my skin. And another Benefit product, this is the Coralista blush. This is a new obsession of mine. I love this colour. I don't know why I didn't have it before. My friend actually gave me this one. She didn't want it anymore, so I took it off her. And I love this colour. It's so pretty. It's such a natural corally colour. And I like a lot of blush. This is MAC's Trip the Light powder, I think it's called. It is in Luna Luster. It came out with the Star Trek collection, and I didn't get it when the Star Trek collection came out, but I found it in a company store, and I was so happy I got this. And I love it. It's so pretty. It looks like a planet. And right now I'm lining my lip. I go through at the very end of the video the lip products that I use, but I'm just lining my lip with the Strip Down pencil from MAC. And I think I lightly filled it in as well, just very, very lightly. And over top of that I'm using the NYX Extra Creamy Lipstick in Summer Love, just to nude that down a little bit to keep all the focus on the eyes. And I'm popping a nice bit of a bronzy gloss on top of that. I love a glossy lip. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. All up close. On the lips, I have MAC's Strip Down lip pencil. If that will ever focus for me. And then I also have NYX Creamy Lipstick, Extra Creamy Lipstick, or whatever it's called, in Summer Love. It's like a really nice nude. And I also have on the Inglot Sleeks gloss in number 69. It's just a nice kind of golden peach. It's a nice super glossy look, and then a nice green on the eyes. All fall colours to tie into each other. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, whichever you prefer to do, and I'll see you in the next one.